You don't even know.
Indipac, the brutal truth, we are live. The brutal fucking truth is, you're probably not ready for Indipac. It's the world's hardest ever bike race. We've already had people cheating in the first edition and denying it, drafting for a long time, riding together for 5 days, Sam and James. And I'm going on about it, not because I've got anything really personal against these guys, just to highlight the fact that this is a hard event and it's going to cause people to want to cheat. Bend the rules, exploit the rules. And this is a solo race. People need to respect that. If you turn up to a meditation retreat, a Vipassana meditation retreat, and it says no talking, and you're going, fuck, I can't do no talking for a week, but you still turn up, and you bring a mate along, and you're talking in the back area, and people are like, what the fuck, like, this is just meant to be a solo retreat. So, we have a background girl here, Tori. She's just going to be background furniture, but can you even hear what I'm saying?
A little bit.
She's got earphones in editing. So this will be some good discussion on this video. Respect the rules. It's solo event, alright? There's going to be times where you get to the roadhouse together. Or maybe you check into a hotel and it's like, oh hey man, your mates are there, whatever. That's a lot different to premeditating it. We'll use the Sam and Jeffries case. This will be the Sam and Jeffries, how do I say that in court? Sam Jeffries versus Nullarbor Roadhouse. But basically just using them as an example for other people to learn from. That if you mentally, James even admitted he mentally wasn't ready for this race. He couldn't do it. It's just too long, too much isolation. That's fine. Awesome. If you want to go right across the Nullarbor with your mate, fucking full support. If you want to raise money for a charity, full support. But if you want to turn up as 2 people for a solo event, that's not going to get my support. And if you're going to lie about it and deny you ever did it to make me look like a liar or a hater or whatever, then I'm going to show you Strava flybys, which indicate 5 days these guys rode together, close to maybe 12 or 1,300 kilometers together, stopping together, getting on the bike at the same time, finishing the bike at the same time, which is huge motivation when you're at a roadhouse or camping out and your mates like waking up, come on, let's go, man, let's do this, let's do it, yeah. That's fucking cheating, man. It's a solo event. It's not a duo. Anyway, the rules say no drafting. And if you're riding 2 abreast and there's a crosswind, you are drafting. You now have a 2-man echelon. So you are drafting, you are cheating. And at the start of the race, everyone's on the bike path. There's like a bunch of 50 riders, all the Perth guides. That's different. That's not really the race yet. We'll stop at the traffic lights. We're together again. It's like, once you go over Mundaring, then it strings out, and that's when the drafting and all that stuff's got to stop. Especially once you turn right off that Great Eastern Highway and you're going towards York and stuff, that's when now you're in the race, it's solo, no team buddies. Otherwise, you're abusing the rules, you're disrespecting it. So this is the Indipac, the brutal truth. We've got to talk about training in this video. Just want to cover the rules first so people understand it, because they're thinking, oh, hey man, do you want to do Indipac next year? It's not do Indipac with a mate, but not with a mate in the race, If you got 2 people who want to sign up, do that. But you're not allowed to ride together, man.
Unless you do a tandem.
Unless you're on a tandem bike. If you want to do it together, do it on a fucking tandem.
We're doing one.
On a tandem. Hey, I wonder if that's part of the rules. We'll find out anyway.
No, Jesse said we're doing it next year, Harlan.
Do you say tandem's good?
Yeah, and we'd win because we'd be the only...
Tandem, that would be interesting. That would be fucking interesting. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see me and Tori doing a tandem next year.
I'll be backseat so you don't know if I don't pedal.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting on tandem. That would be very interesting. Comfort-wise on the tandem, because it's a bit hard to get out saddle Saw City anyway. This is just Indipac. It's just a bike race. We're not saving kids in Syria. It's just a bike race. Just respect the rules, Respect the rules. Riders should recognise that riding in a group, even when not drafting, is significantly easier than riding solo. Riders should be asked to declare extended riding, group riding after the event, and this data may accompany the final results. Alright, so James says he didn't ride solo. So he did ride solo, not with the group. Strava data, flybys indicate otherwise. My eyes indicate otherwise. Eyes of other riders indicate otherwise. Don't lie about it. Say, oh shit, sorry I did, I couldn't mentally do it. It's too much isolation, I'm sorry, I pulled out, done, never coming back. If you're gonna, people are welcome to come back, but James even said he don't think he's ever going to come back to Indipac. It's just too mentally hard for him. And I understand that. It's the hardest race in the world. Using any form of social media to broadcast requests for help is forbidden. Blah, 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 blah. So you can't, it's, I really feel that Jesse should ban hotels next year to make it and really emphasize the soloness of this race, you know, and to people respect the rules. I think Jesse underestimates the potential this race has in that if you make it harder, it becomes more attractive. Otherwise, it just becomes like a, you know, it just becomes too easy. And I back this event full, and people are saying, oh, you know, Jesse's paying me to promote the event. I don't get no pay. I paid my entry fee this year. I don't get no kickbacks. I believe in this event, man. That's why I like to, you know, reinforce the rules and make all these videos. I've made more videos in Indipac than anyone else. I've got more views on the Indipac comments or Instagram hashtags than anyone else, because I love to promote good events, man. This is not my job. Well, it is my job, but I'm not getting paid to promote Indipac. Well, actually I am, but not by Jesse or by any organisation affiliated with Indipac. You know, this... So anyway, I think even people are saying we should ban the hotels. I'm reading this off the MacBook. We should ban the hotels, ban the motels, make people sleep in the dirt with the bivvy bags. You know, I think it's great. Someone says converted vegan. Converted vegan actually has some good shit to say. The whole idea of Indipac is to keep it as close to the original Overlanders had to do. You know, that's so true. We need to get it back to what the Overlanders were doing, you know. Definitely. So anyway, that's the rules of Indipac. You can't get your mates to help you along. You know, I mean, obviously when you ride through a town, there's going to be supporters and stuff like that. But there's no drafting on a nullarbor. You're not allowed to bring one of your mates along and you're going to just ride side by side or sleep together or shower together or go to the public toilet urinals together or whatever you're going to do together. Because it's a solidarity. And when you got two people, you can go a lot faster than one person. Massively. Especially in a crosswind, you're riding side by side, crosswind echelon. A lot of these people have done road races. I've done a lot of road races, man. I got my first UCI license in '97. If you're with two people, you're going way faster than with someone else. Even if you got someone you can in line of sight, you can chase them down. You go a lot faster than if you got open road, or you know there's no one behind you. You can go so much faster when you got some line of sight there. Anyway, so how to train for Indipac, I would recommend, if you want, to want to minimise the chance of injury, is set up your Indipac bike now, get all your bags, get your camping equipment, and load that motherfucker up, and just use that for the next year as your primary bike. You know, train on it, climb on it, race with it. Well, probably not really racing with it because you get dropped, but go do fast bunches with it, etc. Make sure all your parts are not going to fucking fling off into the wheel and cause a crash. Maybe sit at the back of the pelly in case your bag drops loose, or you drop your Garmin or your Spot Gen or whatever. I mean, if you drop one of these in the fucking bunch, mate, it's going to be crashing someone. This is going to skittle someone's fucking front wheel out. So just get a bike, load it up, ride with it, full stop. That would be the e-bike category for Apple Chester. Someone's saying in the live. This is a live stream right now. What other questions we've got? Ask me questions about Indipac, but basically to train for it, just have a fully loaded bike and use that from now on. Commuting, sell your car, get rid of your car. Just ride a bike, man. Burn fat, not oil. People just are fucking fucked in the head. They want to get lean, but they want to sit in the car. It's like, choose one. Drive a car or get lean. You know? Get out there, ride your bike. Car the fuck up so you can get the fuel to get it done. Do I look like I've got an excess fat issue? Does Tori look like it? No, because we ride bikes, we eat clean, high carb, low fat, baby. We eat high carb, man. Eat less, move more. No. Eat more, move more. Eat less, move more means you burn out. Eat more carbs, move more. Simple as that. Eat less, move more means you burn out. You run on stimulants. I'm not on any stims right now. I've got no caffeine in my system. I've got no Ritalin in my system. I've got nothing in my system. This is energy, this is carbohydrates, early nights. Best seat for your bike is the one that you can handle riding the Indipac on. I like a hard seat that's got a groove down the middle. It's a specialised saddle, specialised phenom to be precise. So you got to find a seat that works for you. I like the ones that are hard and flat and they have a groove down the middle. Alright? If it's too soft, it just gets in your soft tissue, create more blisters, etc. Best road bike for beginners. Get a copy of my book, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. Go to Durianrider.com. Durianrider.com. Get a copy of Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. It's a buyer's guide, updated all the time. The best bikes for what you're looking for. Mountain bike, road bike, stuff like that. Did I see Hard Knocks riding his mountain bike? He had a mountain bike? I didn't see that. Wonder what aero spokes. Aero spokes aren't good when you got a road train. You got a massive crosswind. You know. Christoph will win this race. Now we answer questions on the live stream. Tri-band 500. Yeah, tri-bands are good. I would say that cargo TT bike would be too windy, too heavy. If you want to race Indipac, you need a light bike, like a road bike. I wouldn't even recommend disc brakes, really. I would recommend normal calipers, light bike, man. Lights it up. Lighter the better, because it's going to have less fatigue on your body. Less wear on your joints if it's lighter. So you want to go light. If you're going to go touring, you can run a heavy setup. It doesn't really matter too much. But if you want to race it, then every bit of weight you carry. I mean, you saw my Strava times. I was in the bamboo bike, which is super heavy. I had like 4 kilos of food. I had like a whole bag of electrolyte powder, 1.5 kilos. I had a big 1.5 litre ginger beer. I had barbecue sauce in my bag. Had it all. You know, because I knew I wasn't going to be in the race. I thought I can just finish this tour. I've ridden across Australia before. I've ridden Perth to Byron Bay. I know what the isolation. I love the isolation. I love that shit, man. Yeah, I love it. And I've ridden from Perth to Tibber Cape York via Byron Bay, literally solo, vegan, unsupported, no stimulants. You know, so I love the isolation. I'm not scared of it. You know, you want to, you know, get out there and do it. And so the best is a police hat, some sort of fetish, is the Indipac hat. Indipac police. But you want to go out there and just have a fully loaded bike and ride with it. I'm dedicating this next 12 months to training for Indipac by riding a bike spec for it. And right now, this week, I'm building up an Indipac bike so I can take it with me to Thailand, do some touring, bike packing around there, get used to it. Sugar consumption for 5,000 Ks. That question just disappeared. Where's it gone? Where'd it go? Here we go. There's a question here about sugar. What was that? Can you touch on sugar consumption for 5,000? I mean, I've been having sugar consumptions massive intake since April 2001. Do I look obese? I saw something on TV that said sugar makes you fat. And Durianrider, you're too skinny. Do I look fat? Do I look fucking fat? Does sugar make you fat? Does it? You know, I look the same, you know, on fucking my videos for the last 8 years pretty much. I'm actually getting leaner. I've only done 2,500 K this year. Christoph did 2,500.
More than him.
Troy's trained more than me this year. You know, so like, is a weird people thinking about the sugar. What stimulants would people use across Australia? Anything works. Adderall, caffeine, Ritalin. It's all totally legal. Totally legal, as long as you get it from your doctor. I mean, you can't get your doctor to give you a caffeine, can you? So that's technically illegal. But anything seems to work. But, you know, you will want to be careful of that because you may undereat, may underdrink, and might not get enough sleep and may run yourself into the ground. So, what else have we got? Salute me. Earn it, do Indipac. Indipac next year. I heard Jesse's got some more races this year coming up, so we'll see for that. I myself am going to head to Thailand and Vietnam, do some bike packing around there for some training in hot conditions and stuff like that. And looking forward to doing that. Indipac though is a very special race, and I love the overlander aspect. I read Ernie Old's book By Bread Alone, which I recommend people read. Bread Alone by Ernie Old, and it's a great book to read, and that sort of captured my imagination back in the day. And that's why I think I call for a ban on the hotels. Because it's, for someone like me who's got a lot of money just to throw around, it's unfair advantage if I can just get a hotel for 3 hours or 7 hours or whatever, and someone who's like, you know, maybe like Sarah Hammond, who's on a bit of more of a tight budget, doesn't have that luxury. She's doing it tougher. So I would call for a ban on the hotels out of respect for the overlanders. It's going to piss off some of the people out there, the precious princesses and princes, but you know, I think we should do it, man, and that'll command more respect for the race because it's just so hard. Let's make it a little bit harder. You know, let's just make it a little bit harder, and that way it's more even. Do I regret pulling out Indipac? I do not have any regrets. If I continue, I'll be injured as fuck. My shoulder's still. I went riding yesterday on a super light bike, still from my shoulder. Wasn't even going full gas. Did a few little sprints here and there, but I'd probably have shoulder reconstruction surgery if I continued on Indipac. And knees issues. Like, why do that? To ride at 100 k's a day when I can just go and grab a Tory and ride a Darwin or something. Like, it's just silly, you know. So I'm glad I pulled out. I know my body. I've ridden across Australia. I've done over 400,000 k's as a vegan. Riding across Australia doesn't intimidate me. Sleeping with spiders crawling on my face, scorpions running around my tent doesn't intimidate me. I pull my camera out and film it and share it with you guys. Nothing intimidates me about the Indipac. Riding in the rain or the heat or the isolation doesn't intimidate me. What intimidates me is having a permanent injury, and I won't let that happen. Because I love riding, man, and I hate having time off the bike. So I'd rather quit, get called a quitter by all the haters. None of the haters would ever line up to Indipac. You know, any haters, come to Indipac next year, line up and race, and we'll see who the strongest person is. Is Cycling Maven doing a good decision to ride with knee pain? Well, everyone's going to get knee pain. You're going to have pain in Indipac. You know, I know what pain is okay, and I know what pain is you got to stop. So I had you got to stop pain on the second day. I had it the first day, and I was like, I'm just going to have 12 hours sleep and see what happens. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow, it's good. No, it wasn't, it's worse. So had to make the call early. But there's pain you're going to get. You know, you're going to have pain, it's normal. But often the pain will go away. So keep stretching, keep, you know, riding your bike. That is, you adapted to. Get a proper bike fit and mark your measurements, man. Mark your measurements. I'm going to go see Steve Hogg before I go to Thailand and get another bike fit just to get everything ready for Indipac 2018. You know, just take it seriously. You know, ride at night or day. I would say riding at day is better, and maybe having 5 hours sleep. You know, go to bed at maybe 12 midnight and get up at 5. And that's when it's hardest to stay awake, and that's when your body really needs a recovery, in my opinion. Especially if you're doing a full natty bra. And make sure, man, you're visible. High vis, man. Too many riders are too dark. You want to be high vis. No black jerseys. You know, my bike's going to be bright as fuck. My kit up's going to be bright as fuck next year. You want to be high vis. High vis. What else have we got? Any questions here? Indipac questions. You need to be mentally fit. You do. You need to enjoy the isolation. Where can you buy Nullarbor White? Indipac, I'll shout you. What tyre size? I'd recommend 28mm. 28mm at 80 psi, 60 psi. I know that Mike Hall was running 50 psi at some point. So you want to have soft tyres if the road conditions are harsh, because otherwise it's going to be like too much hardcoreness. How fit you have to be in Indipac? You don't have to be fit. You just have to have desire. And you have to be conditioned for it. It's not fitness, because I know plenty of guys who pulled out of the race who are really quite fast climbers. You know. What's your ideal race weight at 183? Depends. How long's the race? Is the race a 5-minute climb? Is it a mile race? You know, it depends. Versus a race across Australia. Depends. Lance Carb strong, so they might not have Indipac next year. That's a possibility. That would be disappointing. We'll have to organise another race for it then. We'll have to organise another race. Cork versus Stages, both great product. Both can fuck up. Both have good customer service. Juju started again. I think Juju's going to quit because she has more problems with bike. I don't think Hard Knocks is on a mountain bike. I don't know. Race weight for Indipac, probably 80 kilos would be best. A lot of fat on you. You know, obviously you can see that I can't gain fat on a high carb, high sugar diet. It's just impossible long term. Has Christoph really slept 7 hours? Well, I would say he's averaged 377k a day since. So the maths don't add up. I would say he's getting at least 5 hours a night, because to claim he's only slept 7 hours in 13 days is 30 minutes a night. He's only doing 377 a day. When I say only, it's still a lot. But the maths doesn't add up. So I think it's more of a Chinese whisper, a bit of an exaggeration. Or maybe he's slow sleep deprived. He feels like he's only had 7 hours sleep. Maybe it's lost in translation. But the maths don't add up. Maths don't add up. You want to have mathematics should add up. All right. Questions, Indipac questions, hit me up. The flat pedal guy, Paddy, had to pull out. He had Achilles injury. He's pulled at Norseman, I think. And he had a pretty hard setup. He had a flappy shirt. He was pretty high up. And it was tough going, man. It was tough going. What question here? What sort of food should you eat? Anything, any vegan carb, man. Vegan carb, bit of peanut butter, bit extra fat. If you're getting too lean, a bit of fat in there. You know, definitely. Just vegan, man. Vegan's easy on the nullable. Sugar, cereal, sugar, soy milk, peanut butter, some bread, sandwiches. Make some jam sandwiches. Stuff them in your jersey. Need them. It's easy. It's easy. How to survive a flat tire? Fix it. You fix your flat tire. Yeah, you bring a spare tire, bring some tubes, bring patches. You're good to go. Can't plant plans come to Canada? Nah. Thailand. You want to meet me? Come to Thailand. Come to Indipac. Actually, don't come to Indipac because I won't be talking because I'll be racing, but come to Thailand and come train. What's the weight I carried? Yeah, I carried way too much to race it. I carried enough to do it, but to race it, carrying way too much. You know, but I knew from the crashes and stuff like that, I wouldn't be racing. And I said I would because I'm a bit of a grandiose sort of person and believed I might be able to do it. But reality is, there's no way I could have fucking raced it with a bike that heavy in that condition, that much luggage. But I could definitely ride across Australia with it. It's a perfect setup for touring, tour / harder touring. You know, what bike used for touring? The best bike for touring is whatever you find. Look at the sparrows eating a little birdseed block out there. See? Oh, they're on it.
Oh, I saw it fly away.
Yeah. And the best bike is one you're most comfortable on. The best bike is the one you're most comfortable on. Colleagues are doing everything on Saturday. Make sure you got gears, make sure you got carbs, and pace yourself. Keep it under 150 watts. Everything's easy. Road tubeless, good or bad? I think road tubeless is a good idea. And if you've got experience with it, use it. For sure. For sure. For sure. Bicycle Touring Pro. He doesn't really know that much. His bike setups are pretty average. I've done more touring than him. Faster touring as well. And racing. I'm not going to do any races between now and next year, if I'm around. James Mason made a response video. What was the response video? How to train for Indipac, Bretsky. Like I said before in this video, watch this video again. You'll see all the tips I give about Indipac. You got to be able to do the distance. You got to be able to camp out comfortably, and you have to understand how your bike works fully loaded. So I'd recommend getting a fully loaded bike and just riding that around, and that's what I'll be doing for the next 12 months. Well, my Indipac bike. Is the Indipac secret pacing yourself or sleep? It's both. You don't want to get sick, because if you get sick, you're not going anywhere. You lose motivation. Would I do the Trans Am in the USA? I like the Indipac because it's no drafting, and Trans Am, it looks like people draft and form teams, and that's really unfair for me to want to do that. So I would say that, I like Indipac. Small regular snacks or something with big meal? Both, Kelsey. Both. Have a big meal and snack, because you're going to be getting so motherfucking hungry when he's doing those long rides. After the first 2 days, nothing really happens, but then after that 3rd or 4th day, that's when the appetite is just insane. So don't worry, your body will let you know. Your body will let you know. Transcontinental race, again, I don't rate it. I prefer Indipac. Someone says Mike Hall didn't draft in Trans Am. That's correct. He didn't draft. He had no real competition. He was just way above everyone else. But Juliana and another guy were pacing each other, riding as a duo. So I'm not sure that I think the rules of Trans Am are you can ride in a team, and that doesn't really interest me that much. I like hard races. I'm not interested in easy races. When did I start touring? My first ever tour was in 1997. Actually, it was 1996 overnight tour. I rode January for a couple of mates down to Rapid Bay and back. Do I think Maven is taking it too easy? No, because he's never ridden across Australia, so he's pacing himself to perfection. He's doing it well. I've ridden across Australia, I know how much I can handle. So, I think it's good that he's pacing himself well, and so he'll get through it. I was told Maven he should put a 40 cassette in the back, His gearing is not good enough at the moment. He's going to fuck his knees by the time he goes up Green Hill Road, so I'd recommend a 40 cassette. What group set for Indipac? Any group set, as long as it's working and as long as the gear ratios are good. You want to have a minimum 34, 32. I'd recommend a 40 cassette. I'd recommend mountain bike cranks, So that's my recommendation. Maven says he's going to change to a 40 in Adelaide. Good. Good. He's going to do that. You should also put a 34 on the front. Am I going to bike pack outside Indipac? Yeah, as indicated in this video, definitely be bike packing all year. DR2 or mechanical? Interesting one. I like how DR2 shifts. Mechanical gears can snap, but then if you snap a cable out in the nullarbor, what you going to do with the DR2? What you going to do with DR2? Yeah, you're going to be fucked. So I'd recommend mechanical, but DR2 is popular as well, so who knows, eh? Either way. Doesn't the Q factor change? Yes, but the XTR and XT cranks doesn't change that much. The new ones, the new 8000, 9000 series, the Q factor is quite tight. But either way, you just make sure you're used to the Q factor. Just make sure you're used to it. Do I rate Lazine product? The lights I've had some issues with. The little Super GPS, great battery run time. This Lazine Super GPS review will be up soon. Ban hotels. I recommend banning hotels in Indipac. Make it harder, man. Stop at Holiday Inn and charge up your DRT. TCR Defy. I personally think that the TCR is more comfortable than the Defy. Defy is a pretty harsh bike. It's a good bike, but it's pretty harsh. Little eyes.
My eyes are trying to zoom in on the screen. Yeah.
Come to Maryland, ride our club. Come to me in Thailand, ride my club. Thanks, sir. Seems like only the vegans are covering Indipac. Maybe it's because the vegans got energy. I don't know. It's cool though, isn't it? That there's so much Indipac coverage out there. Can Sarah catch them in the end?
Yes.
I think she could.
She can.
But
she's a girl.
Yeah, the gearing on a bike is too hard. I think she's going to struggle with her knees over the Alps. It's going to be really, really tough for her. But if she had proper gearing on a bike, and she had the budget to stay in hotels with those guys can, then she'd be killing it even more. So I think that's why I think we should ban the hotels. Ban hotels in Indipac. Put a ban. I'm gonna do a fucking street march.
Can you read from here?
Yeah, I can read from here. Mike Hall staying in hotels. I'm pretty sure they're staying in hotels. Just for a couple of hours, Sleeping in hotels or sleeping in the wild. Well, if the hotel's on the side of the road, just jump in and out. That's faster. If you're in Melbourne, you got to stay in a hotel. You got to fuck around and dick around, all that stuff. But hotels is faster because you don't need to carry as much, and you can have a shower every day. So it is an advantage, but you're going to spend more money doing it. So it does make the person with the budget have an advantage. So I say we should ban the hotels. Hotels, we ban. Make it harder. Make it more rewarding. We ban the hotels. Are you hard enough to finish Indipac? You won't be sleeping on the bed, you'll be sleeping in the dirt. Are you hard enough for Indipac? Or we can do a hotel version. I mean, this is an overlanded tour. It's not a hotel tour of Australia, in my opinion.
How can you breathe from here?
My favourite colour is nullable white.
I like white is not a colour.
Tour going to Thailand, yes. Favourite pro rider? Tory. Abdullah says, Chris, I'm sleeping in bathroom stalls. Like how? Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like the Chinese whispers are going out there as if you can go and do 380Ks, 400Ks in a day and then go and sleep in a fucking bathroom stall. Like you're not going to do that. Maybe for one night, yes, you can do that. But like you're just not going to be able to do that, man. Like what are you going to sleep on? Piss on the ground? A Thailand version of Indipac.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Questions. Pop up Indipac questions. Is cycling even vegan? No, he eats vegan food, but he's not a vegan. His own words. How much is it all in cost for Indipac ride? It's $40 to enter. It's $40 to enter the Indipac. This year it was. Give us questions. Abdullah's still pissed. Tory beat his Indipac. He's Strava times. I think he is. I think Abdullah's. He's lost a bit of weight though. I think he's in training. He wants to take back his Kensington Road time off Tory. But I think he might be able to do it. He might.
No, won't. Don't say that. I'll just beat him again.
Oh, big fights. Throwing flame, mate. Hear that, Abdullah? Tory's gonna kick your ass if you kick hers. Up Kensington Road.
First he has to try.
Tory's never ridden a bench.
What's a bench?
It's a specialised bike. Specialised. Will I gain weight for next year at Indipac? Now, I find it impossible.
Tries.
I even went to fucking McDonald's, which make vegan fries in Australia, and had a fry binge one night, but I felt so shit for like a few days later, I was like, couldn't do it again. So I can't gain body fat, man. It's impossible to gain body fat in this lifestyle long term. You know, once you've healed all your metabolic damage, you just can't gain the body fat. So I don't know what to do, you know. I think I can do it light, do it lean, still ride faster.
Healthy fats.
Again, healthy fats, I find it hard to eat a lot of them. Don't like how it made me feel. Prefer carbs, man. Prefer carbs. Blood bag on the bike. What's my current weight? Don't know. I haven't weighed myself for a few months. My scales don't really work. Mike Hall has massive balls of carbon clinchers. He does. He does a lot of skill, but with carbon clinchers, you want to have some few 100,000 K under your belt before you're running carbon clinchers, because they don't work in the wet like normal brakes do. You know. More miles, less sleep. Both. More miles, less sleep. It's only 5,000 K. What's the course record for Indipac? There's no course record. No one's finished it yet. No one's ever finished Indipac. Ever. Team Sky falling apart is... nah. They'll keep going. It's easier to cover stuff up if you're smart. Alright, we'll do a few more things. Specialised AWOL for Indipac, yeah. What the best bike for Indipac is the one that you feel fastest on over long distances. That's the best bike. I can't say to you this is the best bike for you. You have to learn what is the best bike for you. You know. You have to, you know, do what bike works best for you. Simple as that. Have I toured the US? Yes, I have. I've toured from Seattle to LA on the bike solo. Vegan. Actually did it on all the raw food as well. The front runner's Natty, vegan foot soldier. What do you think?
That word came up again.
What do you think? Vegan foot soldier. Why do people lose weight in the store? That's bullshit. I don't lose weight. I drink more soda. I lose weight. Why do people lose weight when they drink soda? Because when you drink soda, you don't eat the hot dogs and the fatty shit because you're having more carbohydrate. So if you, instead of picking up a hot dog and icy cream cheese pizza or vegan fats, and you drink soda instead, you're going to lose weight because you're no longer having the fatty stuff. So why do people lose weight when they drink soda? It's because you're not, you know, if you replace fat with sugar, you're going to lose weight because you're not going to store the fat anymore because you're now having sugar. Sugar burns off dietary thermogenesis. Get Tori in the shot here. You can answer some questions if you...
I'm trying to read.
Your almond eyes can't read it.
Okay. Squinting right now.
How many calories? Indipac?
Whatever your body needs.
Yeah. Matt Stoney, he throws his food up when he does all his eating comps and stuff like that.
He's not on Indipac.
No. You can't be bulimic and do Indipac because you won't have the energy. Indipac questions, please. These are some Indipac questions. Does Tori race? She's never raced. Tori only got clip-in pedals a few weeks ago. Sorry, in January. I don't really rate racing bikes because it's just so dangerous. Anyone who's eating a lot of junk food, heaps of junk food, and is really lean, they're bulimic. They're throwing it up. Or they're just doing it on the camera and then they're starving until next meal. Simple as that.
They could mean junk food by lollies like sugar.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it. Some people think fruit's junk food. Bonnie Rebecca says bananas, rice and sugar are junk food, but then she's made over $100,000 with a ebook which says bananas, rice, and sugar are good for you. So, go figure. But she says they're junk food. What tyres run for Indipac? 28 mil. Conti 4000S. Yeah, 4000S. Will Juju catch Maven? Yeah, doubt it. I don't think she's going to finish. I don't think she's going to finish. Crit racing isn't that dangerous. You probably haven't done many crit races, bro. Crit racing's the most crazy fucking crashes I've ever seen with head injuries and shit. Crit racing. You know, crit racing. Last one I was unfortunate. Amber Halliday had a massive crash. Hit her head really hard. So yeah. Total e-bike weight, fully loaded. Loaded with what? 10 watermelons? Objective answers from objective questions.
You're so annoying, Holly.
What's the worst thing that can happen in Indipac is you get injured, don't finish.
A dingo eats you. A drop bear falls on you.
Do you think you have sparked an interest in continental races? If so, where do you think it's headed? Definitely, Trans Am and Transcontinental didn't have much of a following. Indipac came along and I promoted the fuck out of it. I've got a big reach, got a big audience, cycling community. So it definitely, I've helped it get bigger. But again, if it wasn't people like Jesse organising it, then there'd be nothing to promote. So hats off to Jesse for getting it going. But I wish that GCN and Cycling Tips and a few other cyclingnews.com websites would get behind it, because they're sort of pretending it's not really happening. I mean, actually, I take back. Cycling Tips did do an article the day before the race started, so that's good, but there's no updates about it. So then Cycling Tips is missing out on coverage as well for their own website. So I would say everyone's going to get behind Indipac. How many tubes do you need to be in Indipac? I would say at least 2 tubes plus spare tyre plus patches and glue. GCN had it in the show today. Oh, that's good. That's good. GCN. Good. Finally. Simon Gerrans gave a shout out to Instagram. Good. That's very good. Well, good to see that GCN, you guys getting it. Because GCN has become very, very corporate. Very, very corporate. Unfortunately. But again, that was bound to happen. And you can't really trust what GCN says anymore because it is so financially biased. Even though I definitely find their presenting style, Dan, Matt, and Simon, their presenting style is very fun and informative and stuff like that. And I gave them plenty of tips back in the day when their first channel got first started up. It's owned by Shift Media, stuff like that. But it is a corporate channel, and it is. I'm glad they're out there. And I've promoted GCN a lot, and will continue to. I just find it's got to be excessively corporate. How do you think you have gone if you weren't injured? I would say if I wasn't injured, on my TCR, top 5 definitely. E-bike, I've got a Specialized Turbo S and another bike, a Giant. Biggest tyres to fit the TCR, depends which TCR you've got, and depends what rims you're running, and depends what tyre you've got. So, clipless or flat pedals in Indipac. I would recommend clipless pedals. I'd recommend mountain bike shoes. Because let's say you go to camp and you're in the mud, you got road shoes. The cleat's going to get all mucked up and not be going anywhere. So I'd recommend. Mountain bike shoes for sure. How much does your sleeping bag weigh? About 450 grams. Question from Eddie. Will Jesse make a statement about Indipac rules and what's considered cheating and what is okay? Well, he's made the rules already. Maybe afterwards, after the race is finished, he might make a statement. But he's made the rules already, and I think people like James and Sam have just abused that rules. They just turned up, premeditated, let's pace together for the first 5 days. And if James didn't get injured, I dare say they would have continued all the way to Adelaide as a duo, which is against the spirit of the race, man. It's against the spirit of the race, guys. So solo race, solo effort. Indipac questions, please. Bring it on. We ride every day, because you're going to get to the shop, you got to ride your bike. We don't have a car. My turbo was written off in the crash. What questions? Will they do Indipac next year? I'd say they would be, because it got a lot of publicity. Maven mailed his handlebar gear bag back home. I would say that is a good idea if you want to run in hotels because you've got less weight to carry, but I'd say a bad idea if you want to camp out. Average watts for Mike Hall, I'd say probably around 180.
How much do you reckon he weighs?
75, I reckon.
Is he tall? I can't remember how tall he was.
It's probably about 178, I reckon. 1,000 people say that right next year? Nah. That's what I mean. Jesse has to make the event harder, otherwise it'll get too big and a bit too sketchy on the nullable.
Harder?
Yeah,
It's fucking hard.
No hotels. No hotels. Otherwise it's going to become, you're going to get all the Melbourne hipsters and Adelaide hipsters and all these hipsters that come out and sleep in hotels, and it's just going to make it too big, and it'll just be, I don't know, a bit sketchy. I don't know. Who knows, man? Mike Hall's passed Christoph, has he? On the
I don't
live
know,
tracker?
someone just said.
Let's have a look.
I'm saving a video.
How cold does it get at night of appropriate sleeping? It depends. You got to have a sleeping bag that would at least go down to 0 degrees if you're going for the Alps. So, you know, a hotel limit. Hotel promotes local tourism. Yes, but we're not promoting local tourism. We're promoting the world's hardest bike race. And people got to eat. So when you ride through a town and go and support local shops, you're still supporting local tourism. Okay? You're still generating money for the little local shops. You know, simple as that. And Mike and Chris taking showers. Few showers. Few showers. Is wildlife a problem? Depends if you're scared of it. Who inspired me to ride?
Your dad? Your brothers?
Yeah, just do what my brothers and my dad were doing. So it was everybody in the 80s was riding bikes, BMXs, man. You know, everyone who could ride was riding. So yeah, gator skins for Indipac, yeah, for sure. For sure. Fuck showers, you're not there to smell good. True. But the showers can help you minimise your saddle sores. Durianrider. Harley's done more to promote Indipac than anyone. That is true, but I love it, man. Again, not getting paid for it by the organisers. I just love to do it. Mike Hall has 8k lead on Christoph, which doesn't really mean much, which makes for exciting commentary, but doesn't mean much because 8Ks, someone that has a 12 hours off the bike opens up to 400k, so 8Ks it doesn't really matter too much right now, but it is good to see there's a bit of a leapfrogging going on. How much does cycle Tory daily? Follow Tory on Strava, Tory Barry on Strava. How many people race Indipac? We've had 68 entrants this year. Is there carb leaders full time? No, there's not. There's not. Otherwise, that'd be support. I don't think I'll do Indipac next year. I feel like rotating. It doesn't make any sense at all because Trans Am's every year, and Transcontinental's every year. Tour de France is every year. Like, why would you rotate it? You don't need to. The participants will naturally rotate. Holiday Inn equals doping. Looks like Maben's got his second wins. Yes. Figsy defeated Christoph. You know. Figsy pack. Deep section wheels for Indipac. Deep section wheels only really help if you're doing over 40, 50k an hour, which no one's doing on the flats in Indipac. So I recommend, you know, no. Hub charger for next year, yeah. I mean, everyone's running dynamos up the front, so it makes sense. Conti Gator skin, I like the Continental 4000S. Figs pack. Will Indipac 2018 have the same route? Yes, I dare say. Who is vegan in the losers group?
All the way around Australia.
Yeah, maybe. There's no vegans in the losers group. Sarah Hamilton's vegetarian. Woo! Needs some steam, needs some nullable white. Sarah Hammond is vegetarian, she's third. But your diet's not as important as you drive to win, you know. That's what you got really want to do. If Christoph could win Indipac if he was eating vegan, he'd go even further because he'd have less fatigue because meat makes you fatigued. But then again, Christoph, I haven't seen him eat any meat during the race, so he's just eating carbs, ice creams, and lots and lots and lots and lots of candies and chocolates. Joe Best Indipac next year. Belt drive for Indipac. Do I trust Chinese carbon? Well, most of the wheels are made in China these days, so yes, I do. I trust it, but I wouldn't buy it from a no-name brand. You know. Do they check for e-bikes in Indipac? You turn that down a little, darling?
I was just making sure it's working.
Cycling Slim would call for the hours. Cycling Slim and Joe Best on a tandem for Indipac next year. A ceramic jockey wheel's worth it. That ceramic jockey wheels won't do shit, really. I mean, if you got them, they're good, but it's not going to be a game changer. It's not going to be a game changer. How often should you eat for a proper meal? Eat everything on the bike. Your hunger will decide that for you, but I'd recommend eat before you're hungry, drink before you're thirsty. Drink enough water so you're pissing clear every 2 to 3 hours, and eat enough so you're never ever hungry. Alright? So take at least 100 grams of carbs per hour. 100 grams of carbs per hour, you're good to go. Alright. Thanks to shout out Sean offer. Why do you think Ohio sucks for cycling so much? Never been there. Never been there. Never been there. Question, let me get my camera. I do need to drink.
Do you want it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, thanks. The longest stretch of no water, Indipac, is about 180 kilometres. Can you find fruit in the Nullarbor? Yes, you can. There's some bush raisins you can get. But don't rely on fruit. Indipac questions. Indipac questions. So you get uploading a video?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe put it on pause for a sec. Because it's...
But I pause it.
Just it's on 0. Just cancel it for now. Otherwise, because it's dropped out.
Yeah. So annoying.
Yeah. There we go. Be ready. I'm going to do another 13 minutes. And then we'll do it. The stream is back on action now. Actually, just close your computer for a second and see what makes the screen better. We'll just out some red. And then... should go good in a sec.
It's working because they're putting comments in.
Please invest in better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No, it would cost me $60,000 a year to put Wi-Fi in this place. Literally $60,000. So not for a year. $10,000 a year. $60,000 to install it. Big fibre cable. So yeah, not going to do that. I'll just go to Thailand. Does the wind ever force you to stop? Only if you're soft.
No, if it's too strong, it'll push you off your bike. Like in Cape Town.
I mean, I would do Indipac in a heartbeat, but in Ohio, man, I'm fucking in Adelaide. Indipac's in Perth. I've got to jump on a plane to get there. You know, simple as that.
Why don't you
Specialised Roubaix or Trek Domane, ride both, test ride both. And if you can't test ride either, then I wouldn't buy a bike unless you can test ride it. You know? Different cassette. I'd just run a 40 cassette the whole way. Because then your body's trained for the gear ratios, trained for the cadence. You want to be specific, just adapted to it. You know? Otherwise, you're going to increase your chance of injuries. You're going to increase your chance of injuries. What I think about Michael's gearing choices, I'd recommend it. I would say he's doing it harder than he has to do. Did everyone go too hard at the beginning? Everyone, in my opinion, yes. If you look at the averages...
Did you?
No, I did 275k. I did probably the least out of anyone. You know, if you look at the average mileage they've done, then it only averages up way less than what they did in the first day. There's no need to go that fast at the start. You're creating more fatigue metabolites, and then the pace is dropping off. It's a non-drafting event. If it's a drafting event, you have to be with the leaders, otherwise you miss the gap. You miss the draft. But in a solo event, you don't have to go to the leaders. You want to pace it out. You want to pace it out. And then that will crack the people who are fatigued at the front. I'm giving away secrets now. If they've got a gap on you and you're fresh and they're fatigued and they're looking at the tracker and you're slowly catching up, that's going to crack them so hard, you know. The quality of the ride will be much higher next year. I don't think so, because most people are just, this is a hard event, man. This is a hard event. Have I tried the 50 cassette? Yes. Rhino's got numb hands, permanent damage. Depends. The gap between Christoph and Mike Hall is 10 minutes, which again doesn't mean anything. It's so far to go. Anything can happen, you know. You have a 3-hour sleep, that's a 3-hour gap. So it doesn't matter. 32 cassette will work on E-Tap. Yes, it will work. How many will finish? I don't know. Hard to say. What rigid fork to get for a 29 mountain bike? Depends what tyre size you want to run. Depends if do you have disc brakes, non-disc, do you want carbon, do you want steel, do you want alloy? Is it unlimited budget? Depends. When you give me an objective question, I'll give you an objective answer. Indipac questions, please. We'll do another 9 minutes and then we'll go to do some other works. The new Super Compact from SRAM. Really? Super Compact? I haven't seen that one yet. I'll look it up in a sec. I should look it up now.
No, it won't work. The Wi-Fi. Shut it.
Super Compact from SRAM. I've just lost it out. Vegan gains. No, we'll keep on Indipac questions. Why do I don't ride a mountain bike much. Prefer road. Just got 32 cassette, GP4000S, good work. That's a good one. I mean, you might not need a 32 cassette, you might live in Florida. But I'd recommend it as a minimum for climbing hills for efficiency regularly. Did I see a picture of the guy's head who crashed? What guy? Who crashed? When? Which one? Be objective. What? Who crashed and hit their head? No one's hit their head I've seen. Oh, Victoria. This is where we need to give objective. How many kilos of food do you pack with Indipac? Well, it depends what you're carrying. If you're carrying watermelon, you might need 50 kilos a day. You've got to be objective. What is food? You know, not all food weighs the same. So
probably can't get watermelons.
But I mean, depends. So you got to be objective. Eon crashed and broke his rib. Eon, he got hit by a car apparently. So Owen, his name's Owen actually. Eon's the Irish band. His name's Owen, and he had a bright helmet on. He had a pocket helmet on. He got hit by a car unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Check out his Instagram. I can look at my phone in a sec. So yeah, Ben and Owen. Owen got hit by a car. Ben saw it and he crashed and he took him to the hospital. So good on Ben for doing that. Good on you. 18-year-old race Indipac. Why not, man? You're hard enough. Come and test it. Do it. Devin's doing good in Indipac. He's going pretty good. He looked pretty tired, but he's definitely a hard unit to keep going. So yeah, 2 people killed in Houston. Crazy. We'll do Indipac again. Watch the start of this video. Will use alloy wheels? Most likely. Can I get 32 over short cage Ultegra? If the Ultegra is 11 speed 6800, yes. If assuming the frame has a vertical dropout, not a horizontal dropout. If it's a horizontal dropout, it probably won't work. If it's vertical dropout with a 6800 11 speed Ultegra, it will work. Make sure you change long enough and your B-screws wound in. Can you race Indipac 1 Series for your training? Find out. Go and do a tour. You know, go and do a tour. Don't come to Indipac with no experience. Otherwise you'll be fucked. You have to do a solo touring. You know, plenty of people came to Indipac with no experience solo touring and they got chewed up and spat out in the first week. So come with experience of solo touring. Camping out. Indipac alloy frame, no worries. No problems. Will someone do Indipac with BMX? They couldn't do it. Thoughts on Maven not being vegan or veggie during the race? That's his personal choice. It's easy to be vegan or vegetarian in Indipac. Easy to be vegan, vegetarian in Indipac. Easy. But everyone's got personal choices to the diet. I recommend vegan. It's easy. It's more carbs. Carbs to the win. And you lose more weight. If you want to lose weight, high carb vegan. Do Indipac. He'll be fucking skinny as. Lean as. What kind of bike is Durianrider? Tory's stolen my Trekker Mod ALR. 58 centimeter. The new SRAM Super Compact at 4732. Interesting. Giant Advanced Disc. Yeah, they make good bikes. You go ride it, see what you think. Indipac is a relay race. Nah. It's too soft doing that relay stuff. This ain't RAM. This is Indipac, man. 58 centimeter. How tall is she? 6 foot plus. Indipac fixed gear. Impossible to do Indipac fixed gear. Impossible. Impossible to do it fixed gear.
Is that like a no geared bike?
It's like a single speed. And you have to coast. Impossible. There's no prizes for Indipac. First, second, third. Right, another 3.5 minutes. Indipac questions. Uncle Chester's not doing Indipac. It's in Russian, I can't read that. Fixie Vero spokes? No. Do they check for e-bike? No, because you can't do an e-bike that far. Are they going to make a movie of Indipac? Rafa's employed Gordo to make a little doco, so that'll be good to see. Tips for long rides. Problems with saddle. You got to find a saddle that works for you, and you got to get a proper bike fit, and get out the saddle every few minutes. 3 things: bike fit, market, so it doesn't slip around. People get a bike fit, pay $500. They leave the shop, it's not even marked, so the seat they hit a bump, the seat slips down. Like, oh, where was it before? It's like, what? You got to mark your seat height. And then 2, we get out the saddle frequently. 3, we find a seat that works for you, which has taken me a long time to work out what works for me. When's Ron going to make a YouTube channel? Ask him about. I'm not too sure he's keen on the YouTube stuff, because you get a lot of hate on YouTube. A lot of people don't like that. So YouTube can be a vicious place. It's not for everyone. Can you Indipac on a trike? You can try it. You won't last though. I mean, it's hardcore, man. What type of training for Indipac? Watch this video, and I'll give you all the best tips for Indipac. That's pretty funny. Stripper one, that's funny. Indipac questions, we have 2 minutes left. Indipac questions, please. World's hardest bike race. Indipac and U-Cycle, impossible.
That's the way to do it. Did you just see it?
People have to quit and go back to work after 2 weeks. Indipac Durianrider's best tips. Why no recumbent for Indipac? Because Indipac's got hills. 28 or 32 mil tyres, which would you choose? Well, depends, because a Continental 28 is like a 31. And you put it on a fat rim, it's like a 34. So it depends on the brand of tyre you're using, depends on the rim width you're using, and depends if your frame can actually fit it. I would say, in my opinion, a 28mm Continental 4000S on a wide fat rim would be a minimum.
Eight.
Indipac question. We've got one more. We'll do 2 more questions. Can I race a dingo for Indipac? I'd recommend an emu. Why did Raisin's knees swell up? He's just soft. Everyone's knees swelled up. Look, everyone's had knee problems. There's a difference between like real knee problems and just like, this is too hard for me. My knees are sore. So Raisin's fine. He's just too soft. That's why he was drafting and riding with Sam so much. 5 days. So you got to harden up. He's got to harden up. Tandem riders allowed Indipac. What did Jesse say?
Yes, because they're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. No plans to go to Woodstock. I'll be in Thailand and Vietnam this year. Squirt. I still recommend Squirt lube on your bike. Squirt lube on the bike. Best lube out there. Jesse Carlson next year for the win, for sure. Jesse's a contender. Can you piss while riding? I was pissing while I was riding an Indipac. Saves time. Is it dangerous camping beside a road without a tent, wild animals? Yeah, man. Fucking Australia's got the most lethal snakes on the planet. Yeah, so for sure. Like, look up top 10 most venomous snakes, and Australia's got most of them. Fucking dangerous as fuck, bro. Are you hard or are you soft? I want to see people get bitten by snakes next year. You know, wake up with a snake in your face, put that on Instagram. Would Indipac help me with my weight loss? I'm 162 kilos, bro. You did Indipac. If you did Indipac on sugar water and cornflakes and rice, you'd probably be 100 kilos by the end of Indipac, man. For sure. Can I bunny hop a giant? Yes, I can. Oh, the training I'll be doing of Indipac is specific to Indipac. Camping out, riding big miles on the bike, loaded bike. If you're doing big miles on a lightweight bike, it doesn't really count as much as doing big miles on your loaded bike. Do miles on your race bike with your race setup. So there you go. Right, one more question. Indipac question. Looking for a good one. Bull jersey for Indipac. I'd recommend whatever jersey you recommend. I like synthetics. If you got a second-hand wool jersey, you could use that. But I wouldn't recommend buying new wool stuff to support that industry. But if you've got a second-hand wool jersey or you've got an old one you still got, then you've done that. It's just there, so use it. But otherwise, I wouldn't recommend spending money for that industry. Could Tory finish Indipac? Find out. Nullable white. Put a ring on it. Chain ring. Would I still do hill TTs or Indipac? Yeah, with my Indipac setup, Indipac bags and shit. Conti 28mm tyres fit, check a Monda. Depends on how fat the rim is. You'll soon find out. Have I ridden downhill bike? Yes. I've ridden all sorts of bike. Pack light or pack heavy for Indipac? Light as possible. The light as possible is better. But everyone needs a different amount of stuff. So you may be a warm sleeper or a cold sleeper. You may want to go slower or faster. You might want to ride a heavy bike versus a lighter bike because you feel your heavy bike. Depends. It depends on the person, what their goals are. For me, super lightweight, as light as possible is going to be better. If I'm going to race it. If I'm going to tour it, doesn't matter what my bike's made of or how heavy it is. Alright, that's the Indipac tips of the day. You got any more questions, hit us up down below. If you want to see more Indipac videos or bike touring tip videos, get a copy of my ebook, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible on Durianrider.com, or leave some more questions and watch the vids. Lots of information out there. Thanks for the support. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.